But I'm going to put a challenge to the government, because if you say that you have done more, I'm going to put a challenge to you here today. And you have members of the PAN fraternity sitting right there in the bleachers, the same members of the PAN fraternity that the Minister of Foreign Affairs identified. I'm identifying them as well. They're right there sitting down. And I put in a challenge. Mr. President, they did more. They did more for the PAN fraternity. Okay. All right. Well, here's what. Here's what, Mr. President. When Kamala Persad-Bissessar came into power in 2010, and I believe it was 2012 if I'm not mistaken, on independence, as a one-time payment in independence, because it was such a special time, 50 years of independence, Kamala Persad-Bissessar gave the PAN, the winners, the first place winners in PAN, $2 million. That's $1 million more than the $1 million that is currently allocated to them. So I put it to you, when we pass this here today, you did more for PAN, let's put it to the test. When we pass this here today, this is such a special and momentous occasion. We are going to pass this here today, you know, we're all going to vote for it. I challenge you, we have Panorama coming up. Panorama coming up, give them $2 million. As we have, I'm talking about the finals. Give them $2 million. Give them $2 million, Mr. President. If you've done more for the PAN fraternity, it's a special time, it's a special occasion, give them $2 million, Mr. President. Give them $2 million. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Nah, you see, it's only Mama Guy. You see, the whole nature of this bill is based on a foundation of being disingenuous. It was never about the PAN people, but about an election this year, trying to Mama Guy the people. But let me go a little bit further. Let me go a little bit further. If you did more for the PAN fraternity, let me put another challenge to you. I understand that the stipend for the regular PAN man, I believe when Basio Pandey came into power, it went from $200 to $400 was the stipend. Senator Mark, it wasn't about $400 when Basio Pandey came, so he doubled it. The PNM came back into power and it went from $400 to $500. $100 more. When Kamala Persad-Bissessar came into power in 2010, she raised it to $1,000. $1,000 to every single PAN man who walked through this country, a stipend, a one-time stipend. Mr. President, you know what this PNM did? They cut it from 1,000 down to 500. Shame. And on the eve of an election, they want to mama guide the PAN community and say we'll take it from 500 to 800. Mr. President, if they really care about the PAN community, I put the challenge here now. Come out in a press conference next week or this week. Come out tomorrow in the press conference and tell the PAN players they're not only getting back up to 1,000 that Kamala gave them, but get them $1,500. Give them $1,500. Stop playing politics with the PAN. Stop playing politics. Nah, no, Senator Islop. I'm talking loud. I want them to hear. Because they will carry the message that a UNC government will come inside and we will raise the stipend. We will raise the stipend, Mr. President.
As we did before.
Right? So, Mr. President, that's the challenge I put to the government as I come to a close here, Mr. President. As I come to a close, Mr. President. Mr. President, PAN is an important instrument to our heritage, to our culture, to our identity. And we, in 100 years from now, people will look back on this as a historical day. We are creating history today. I listened to Senator Richards talk about, well, why can't we create our own history? History is evolving. He's right. What we see today in England, in South Africa, in Russia, I believe they erased Lenin off the map in Russia. But it is ever changing, Mr. President. And there is nothing wrong with us creating new history. This is indeed good history we are creating. This is indeed good history. But you cannot merely come to the country by by bringing a symbol, you must protect the instrument. You must protect the pan players, Pan Trinidad Tobago, and all the members of the pan fraternity. You must not let what happened when the PNM is in power, as Senator Roberts said, for over 67% of the years, 76% of the years of independence. You must not let what happened where we lost the patent on our pan to the United States of America, to somebody in the United States of America, and then the PNM comes and tries to mamagas with a G-pan. Tries to mamagas with a G-pan, Mr. President. Are we not have nothing against the G-pan? I would like to learn how to play it. But the fact is, too little, too late. We lost the patent on pan, and that is because of the negligence by this government, Mr. President. The negligence of this PNM government, Mr. President. So don't come and mamagay us that you love pan, and you love the culture, and you love everything. You love all yourself, and you love power. Mr. President, I love pan. I love sweet Trinidad and Tobago. I support the PAN. The United National Congress supports the PAN on our coat of arms. But we support proper process. We support inclusion of all the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And we don't support politicizing this instrument and the mamagay that they are coming. I've given them a challenge. I'm giving them a challenge. Let us see if they have the testicular fortitude to come up and rise up to that challenge, Mr. President. But I doubt it. I thank you, Mr. President.